Hello, in this video we're going to discuss the Tudors in Society Part 3. Now, firstly, we have to look at some of the ideas that they've had in the past and how they're combining them. So, Nazism, communism, and apartheid. Those three combined are their way of thinking. So they've always placed themselves above everyone else. They have a class system, and if you're not one of them, they basically look down upon you. With apartheid, segregation is one of the things that they do, and the other one is to do with the media. They totally control the media on this day, and there's a lot of fake news and lies that are placed in the media. We have to put up with it. So that's their way of thinking, and their way of accomplishing that is elusive. So you have to look carefully at how things are going on in a country like New Zealand in order to find this sort of thing happening. So Nazism happens within society in New Zealand, but it happens in a government bureaucracy manner. Underground, they are full-on Nazis, the Tudors, Freemasons, witches and Wiccans. They are full-on Nazis. They even dress up in Nazi uniforms. You won't find it in New Zealand's internet. New Zealand has an isolated internet, unlike the rest of the world. So you'd have to go to another country, either the United States or Israel, and you'll find evidence of it. They see people wearing Nazi uniforms on their internet, committing genocide, and the problem they have is they don't know who the offenders are and where they're from. So the Tudors' approach to things, for a start, they're very unhappy, bitter people. And so destruction of happiness of everyone else is one of the things that they like to do, that they aim to achieve. In heaven, Satan, Baal, Ashura, Dominionatius, Allah, Balangong, Michael, and FC, within the society in heaven, they destroyed happiness of other people often. And how they went about it was, if there was a party somewhere, people were celebrating, they'd turn up, pull people's beards, pull people's hair, spit at people, hiss at people, and it's all attention getting. They're trying to achieve getting everyone's attention. And that's what these people like. So their effect on society on earth, they approach this differently. In the past, they've been more confrontational and direct with the society. For example, Nazism and communism, how they apply that, they destroy a society's happiness, and apartheid by literally ruling over everyone. Dictatorship's another one. So there's a few there that they do. So with the society's happiness, how they accomplish that? Drown, rape, hypnosis. And they do it to everyone. And if people go to a pub or a bar, there'll be a few Wiccans or witches there. They observe a person who's happy, and then they arrange for something to happen to them afterwards. With the person who has a handler, they always wind up with handlers. They have a very big population underground that they can tap into, and they can easily assign anyone or everyone a handler who destroys happiness. They do it in a surgical, psychological manner. So, for example, if you enjoy eating chocolate ice cream, They'll drown, rape and hypnotise the victim not to like that ice cream anymore. If you enjoy going to a square dance, for example, or a nightclub, they'll drown, rape and hypnotise you not to like going there. So the effect on the population is it's an unhappy population. When they appear happy, they're not happy. You can sort of see it. Compared to heaven, when people are happy in heaven, currently, you can really tell everyone's happy in comparison. You won't notice here in New Zealand unless someone were to show you on video and compare the two. Go to a pub, bar or nightclub and you observe certain things, and if you were to compare the same sort of pub or bar in heaven, you notice a big difference. So that's one thing that they attack is happiness. Also food that people like, as I described, these drown, rape, hypnosis, they also food poison people. How the Tudors live today is a regimented, unhappy, bitter lifestyle. They are bitter about everything, but the one thing they hate the most is the country that they're in. So they hate people who are normal, who are just average, everyday citizens. They take over businesses and organizations ruthlessly. So if someone starts a business, a group of Freemasons will turn up and have a chat with them. It'll be a friendly chat, but then later someone goes missing, gets drowned out and hypnotized, and then they'll have a Wiccan or Freemason running the organization, making it their way. They've influenced history and how history is written so terribly that most of the history that is on the internet and in the Encyclopedia Britannica is absolute fake. An example of this is a side saddle. They reckon it was for women. It was not. It was a gesture of humiliation from King George to his son King George II, who back then wasn't a king. And that's the side saddle was found by the Windsors, and years later they got Queen Elizabeth II to write it. No one knew that the real purpose of it was to humiliate the person writing it. But that's the way of which the Freemasons look at things. They'll make up their own fairy tales and expect everyone to believe it. The other things the Tudors do in society is harm others for their day. They come up with this opportunity to do whatever they want for their day. That's if they earn it and earn the respect of Satan enough that he grants them a day. They also use favour and Bitcoin for this. It can be anything from crashing an airliner to sinking a ship, committing genocide, wiping out a population of a town, making people disappear, forcing celebrities, politicians and athletes into doing things that they would never do, like forcing them to have sex with animals is one, and raping their own families. The other thing that they do for their day is they'll deny a population something. So an example is the iPhone. They forced Apple into placing inhibitors in their phones and the software. It affects everybody. So it takes a period of time for the phone or tablet to start up, or for a computer to start up, where in fact it should be instant. These little things, they earn Bitcoin, and the coven has to give the offender who did it for their day favour. So their covens, all their people have to go out to other countries and kidnap children and bring them back for that person for their day. So it is a very, very hideous society that is elusive. So that's just a brief look at the Tudors in society of today. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.